And it is that call to personal responsibility about health now as well. And
Hmm.
as we were saying earlier, it's like that the whole healthcare, the preventative healthcare. Again, this would be great if it was part of public education, like how to
Yeah.
take care of yourself properly. So how to which is what you're doing with the Global Transformation Project, encouraging the youngsters to come into that almost that defragging of all the mind funk. We got so
Yes.
over distracted, there's so much going on, and you just need that kind of people do defrag their computers, so surely your
Yes.
internal computer needs that as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. There's no more powerful thing that we could do, as like a global movement of people that want a better planet than to facilitate children, public school children all over the planet learning how to access that alpha state. Because when you go into, if anybody out there is regular meditators, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, if you're a sporadic meditator or whatever, just get a calendar and just force yourself to, meditate 20, 30 minutes every day. And you'll start to see that when you go into that state, that's where you feel good. That's where you feel safe. That's the place where you can
Yes,
go to
yes.
get this whole kind of rebooting of your computer, like you were talking about. And the science is all there. It shows. It makes us smarter. It makes us kinder. It makes us more compassionate. It makes us more creative. It makes us multi-dimensional thinkers that can solve problems in much more elegant and less fragmented ways. This is all science. It's all backed up by science. Billions, trillions of dollars every year planet-wide on saved future medical costs, and also on saved social costs, police, prisons, courts, all these kind of things. We're talking about global transformation.
Well, so if you're listening to this and want to get involved, where can people go to, Bill?
Yes, go to global. I realized, no, we're all one sisterhood of the 8 hertz alpha brainwave state.
Thank
That's what we all have in common, and we get there in different ways, and each one has its own beautiful aspects. But we're a sisterhood, and that's where our power comes from. If we could get John Kabat-Zinn and the TM Foundation, who's the David Lynch, Russell Brand, if we can get these mind-body folks
Yeah.
who embrace this, my
Yeah.
God, millions of people are going to find out about
They
this.
are.
You've got these down built to a science. That is amazing. And
Yeah,
it's, but simple
and then
techniques can just change your life. But you've said that just a few brain changing techniques could cause a change of the world, basically, a vast drop in violence. How could that happen?
Well, when I did that Folsom Prison presentation, and I found out that they had changed the behavior of the whole prison.
All of these things that you've talked about, you have delineated so well. I'm so very excited, that you were able to talk about this stuff, because I know it to be, but the way that you set it out there, and the way that you write, that's going to be a wonderful thing. And I certainly want to help get it in the hands of as many people as possible.
Again, the new second edition, it's very important that you remember new second edition of the Gospel of Science, is that it's, hundreds of pages of science, but it's told in a story form. So it's not,
okay. I was going to say, might be a bit much for some of us, but I think it's important that you've got it in there, because it means it's a go-to place, and,
exactly.
and it's all like cross-reference, and you've got the links and everything. So it's like you're not making this up.
That's right.
You've collated it. You've brought it all into one place, which is really good.
And that's exactly why I did that, so that people would have a go-to source. They could see the science. Once you see the science, you know that consciousness affects global consciousness, and you know that consciousness can affect the physicality